I've been seeing some videos that are going around, specifically about Karen McGonigal from the UK. And a lot of them have a lot of misinformation in them. So I wanted to touch on this subject, but I want to give a trigger warning. Unfortunately, this woman did pass away, and I am going to be showing a news clip where her daughters are speaking about what happened, and it is incredibly heartbreaking. So if that is something that is not good for you mentally, please go ahead and click away. Come back for the next video. I just want to put that out there because I know that, you know, when you're in the throes of grief, seeing something like that can be triggering. So I just want to put that out there right up front, just in case that's you. If it's not you, then let's talk about this, because this specifically touches on a lot of subjects in the GLP-1 community that I want to talk about and that I've been wanting to talk about for a while. There's a lot. If you're new here, my name is Allie. I've lost 130 pounds with the help of a GLP-1, and this one's going to be a doozy. So there are quite a few points that I want to make about what happened with Karen McGonigal in the UK. The short version of the story is that she was denied care from her doctor to get a GLP-1. Now, we don't know her medical conditions. The reason why she was denied has not been made public, right? Obviously, that's her medical history. But we all know, at least here in the US, how difficult it can be to get approved for a GLP-1, right? Even when everything is perfect, you meet most of the criteria is constantly changing. So while we don't know the specifics of why she was denied, it really doesn't shock me. Even though she looks like she would be a potential candidate, right? So I want us to keep in mind that we don't know why she was denied, but also that she may have been denied for what patients believe to be a non-valid reason, right? Like insurance companies are doing to us here in the US. They're constantly moving the bar, making it damn near impossible for somebody to get on a GLP-1 and qualify for it to be covered through insurance. So I want to throw that out there. Secondly, we do not have confirmation on what specifically she was injected with. What she ended up doing was she went to a beauty parlor, is what they're calling it. I don't know if that's their UK equivalent of a med spa. If yes, somebody from the UK, if you could, chime in and let me know. But they're calling it a beauty parlor. I don't know if it's an actual beauty parlor. Like, they were talking about her doing nails and stuff. So maybe it is a legit beauty parlor, right? And not a med spa. So yeah. So anyway, she heard she can get the injections there. And so she went and did them there. The problem with that is obviously because of the pricing, it's not the legitimate medication, name brand medication, right? It's research grade. And this is where I want to chime in with my opinion on all of these people in the US that are dispensing research grade. Now, if you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, what people are doing is they're ordering from overseas, right? Gray market. And then they're getting it here in the US and then reselling it at a higher price point as a US seller. Now, specifically, what I'm referring to is your average Joe, right? These are people with children, families, just like packing stuff up in their kitchen. Okay? I'm not talking about US sellers who are then getting things tested, right? So I want to differentiate what I'm talking about here, because there are US companies that order from overseas and then resell from here in the US. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about these people who are just packing stuff up in their kitchen and shipping it out. What baffles me and completely blows my mind when it comes to these people who are just all over TikTok, showing videos of them repackaging product and shipping it out to people. Like, are you not keeping up with the news? Are you not seeing what's happening? Did you not see this story about Karen McGonigal in the UK? Are you not concerned about being charged with manslaughter? Like, some of these people have kids, families that they are using research peptides to support. It absolutely baffles me, because not only is all of the proof that's needed to incriminate them on their TikTok, just openly available online, TikTok, YouTube, it's all over the place. But they have websites, they have, Shopify, Etsy channels, like, look, shops all over the place. Like, you couldn't make it any easier for something to go wrong and the police to come knock at your door and have everything that they need to put you away for life. If something like what happened to Karen McGonigal happens and they trace it back to you. I understand we're in a crap economy. I get it. Like, times are hard. Groceries are expensive. Like, trust me, I understand all of these things. But there's only so much risk that you can take until the odds start to stack against you. Now, assuming that you are a US-based company ordering from overseas and then selling research-grade products in the US, like, I'm assuming at that level, you're making enough money that you could put away money for lawyers to have on standby. But, like, your average Joe, like, packaging stuff up in his kitchen and shipping it out, I highly doubt that these people are putting away money so that they can have legal representation if something goes wrong. And honestly, it's just a matter of time. Now, to be clear, I don't have anything against research grade. I don't have anything against US sellers or the gray market. Like, if that's the route that you choose to go, I personally feel like there wouldn't be a market if our health system and insurance system did right by people. So the problem is there. But if you choose to go that route, you need to understand the risk as a consumer. But to even take it a step further and be a seller, in my opinion, you must have damn near lost your mind. I don't know, maybe these people are making, hundreds of thousands of dollars and I'm just not aware of it. I don't think that your little average Joe mom and pop is doing that. I don't think that, at least from the research that I've done, and I've researched quite a few of these people, the markup is not enough, because what they have to do is, okay, they're ordering from overseas, which is cheap. You have to do it in bulk. There's a time delay, right? Because you got to get it shipped over here. You got to hope that it doesn't get grabbed by customs, which is a whole nother layer of risk and problem, but I digress. And then if you get the product, then you have to mark it up, but you can't mark it up to the same level as US sellers because they're doing additional testing and things like that. So you got to keep it under that threshold in order for people to buy from you. Like, I just don't see them making enough money to validate the risk. And it makes me wonder, are these people even doing the risk assessment? Because I get the impression that they're not. I did a video a while back about a couple that was making videos, and they, no joke, made a Zepbound label and put it on their vials. Like, with their company name, with the Zepbound name, and they put it on the vials. Now, they shut themselves down very, very fast. But even not putting a spotlight that hard on yourself, but like, I just don't understand. Maybe somebody can drop down in the comments and help me to understand. But with all of the research that I've done, and I've done the math, I mean, I've gotten the price sheets from Gray Market to see how much people are paying. I've done the math. I don't see that you're making enough money to put your life or your family at risk. I just don't see it. Or, I don't know, maybe I value my family too much. I can't figure it out. I think that this entire situation just shines a light on so many different aspects of where we are going wrong as a people in the world in treating obesity. There's insurance problems, there's doctor problems, right? Doctors who are saying that they refuse to treat patients because they don't want to have to deal with the insurance companies. We've got, the obvious insurance issues, right? People are getting letters right now in the US because a lot of them are dropping coverage for 2026. And then we've got this influx of, Gray Market, and then just your average Joe jumping in and trying to get money. Meanwhile, we've got lawsuits from, telehealth companies and compounding pharmacies, right? We got the whole Mochi and Akita Chiquita banana pharmacy crap where, they're picking up workers off the side of the road to package up, to send out. Like, how is that any better than somebody just doing it from their kitchen? At some point, there needs to be a breaking point where things get better. And there have been a couple of times where there have been small breaking points, like when compounding pharmacies and telehealth companies got in the game and they brought the prices way down. Big breaking point. And then pharmaceutical companies were like, "Oh crap, we gotta jump in on this. They're taking our market share," and they drop prices to half or a quarter, whatever. Still not low enough. So that was a breaking point. But now it's like every few months, like we hear more and more about insurance companies dropping these medications because they're so expensive. And from that aspect, it's not getting better. And if it doesn't get better, people will continue to do exactly what Karen did, which is find a way. Desperation pushes people to make risky decisions without doing research, without being properly educated, without medical guidance. And that is what scares me. All right, I'm going to play the news footage because just in case you've seen some of the other videos that people have made and they're saying a whole bunch of inaccurate information, I'm going to show you the news clip so that you can get the up-to-date and accurate information that's been released so far as of today's date. So let's go ahead and watch that.
So kind, loving, loved the kids. Kids was everything, grandkids.
But Karen was unhappy, desperate to lose weight.
She'd been in a long-term relationship and that ended, and she just didn't feel happy in herself. She didn't want to go out anywhere. She didn't do anything, and I think she just wanted her old self back. So she wanted to start by losing weight to gain her confidence back. She was desperate to lose weight. She was saying it was ruining her life and stuff, so she wanted to do something.
She went to her GP but couldn't get weight loss injections on the NHS. Then she heard they were available at a local beauty salon. So her daughter Abby contacted the seller and has shared her messages with ITV News. She says she's been recommended by a friend and asks for information. The seller says she offers semaglutide and Mounjaro, types of weight loss drugs. She charges just £20 per injection. So they book her in. And the seller confirms she can have the injection on the same day as they meet for their chat. No questions about her BMI or medical history, just a time and the price and 3 kisses. Her daughter Fionn went with her to the beauty salon.
Just a normal salon. The lady was doing somebody's nails. She'd stop doing the woman's nails. She'd take my mum into a back room. There was a beauty bed. My mum would just like edge her bum up on the side of the bed. No like preparation was done, no cleaning, nothing. She'd give it my mum. My mum would pay her and you'd be out. You're not even in there 3 minutes and you'd be out.
No medical checks?
No.
She didn't have any healthcare qualifications?
No. We trusted her. You just don't, you never think it's going to be her.
Karen was injected several times and began losing weight. But 4 days after her last jab, she suddenly fell seriously ill.
Her face was like purple here, then it'd go back to normal, then it'd go purple again, then it'd go back to normal. And I was like, Mum, there's something wrong, I need to ring an ambulance. She got blue lighted to hospital. By the time I seen her again, she wasn't awake.
After 2 days in intensive care, doctors turned off her life support.
I just want to end today's video by saying that my heart goes out to Karen McGonigal and her family. And I am so sad that this happened. I understand that level of desperation. I get it. I get what she was thinking. And she's not alone. There are a lot of people in the GLP1 community who feel the same way. And we as a community, we need to be more active in getting the change that we need. Because otherwise, we're going to lose more of our family members, just like we lost Karen McGonigal. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, subscribe. I'd love to have you along for the ride. And as always, be kind, rewind.